Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome here if it's your first time. Not long ago I reviewed this little guy here, the Roseselsa Ceramics TWS IEM. Turned out to be a super awesome budget TWS or Bluetooth earphone, and today I'm looking at the upgraded version. This is the Roseselsa Ceramic X, and we're going to get into it. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. The Ceramics X. Now this guy comes in at a price of it's sort of between $40 and $50, but with those big November 11/11 sales coming up, you might be able to get it for even less than that. So this is what the case looks like. It's got this awesome pearly white finish on it. That's the old case there, and you can see it's basically exactly the same shape. Might be, no, I think it's exactly the same size as well. I could be wrong, that the old one might be ever so slightly smaller, but regardless, palm of the hand easily slips into a pocket and is super convenient. Of course, we get a USB Type-C charging port and a little Bluetooth reset button there. Now let's have a look at the earbuds. There they are. And before we get into how they sound, well, let's talk about the features first of all. So the driver in here, we've got a 10mm dynamic driver with a carbon nanotube diaphragm. Bluetooth version is 5.3, and we've got an IP54 water and dust resistance rating, so that means you can use these during workouts. You can go running, light rain, don't worry about it. You know, a bit of sweat, don't worry about it. We're all good. Next up, we have a gaming mode. So all you mobile gamers out there, cuts down the latency to around 54 milliseconds. Not game leading, not class leading, but pretty darn good. I played some Call of Duty with these and didn't notice any latency whatsoever. Now these come with hybrid active noise cancellation, and it actually works quite well, especially for droning low frequency noises. But of course, high pitched noises and staccato or sudden sounds like typing or people talking, that's still going to come through. It's vital that you get a very good seal and fit with your ear tips. I had to switch to some slightly larger ones. These are the stock ones, almost big enough for me. Not quite, but the good news is this excellent case does accommodate larger third-party ear tips. So with these tips, I was getting a pretty good audio quality, but in terms of ANC, it wasn't working very well. As soon as I switched to slightly larger tips and got that really good seal, boom, the ANC kicked in. It works really quite well indeed. So hybrid ANC means there's a few modes. You've got your standard mode, then you've got a wind reduction mode, and it actually works. It really works, because if you've ever ridden a motorcycle or a bicycle or even just walked in strong wind or in a stiff breeze with some ANC, you probably know that wind can really be annoying when you are using these type of earphones. But the wind noise reduction mode for the Ceramics X, it actually works really well. Alright, couple more features to cover. We've got Super Master EQ. I don't know why they called it that, but there's basically 3 EQ modes. You've got pop, hi-fi, and rock. There isn't, as far as I'm aware, I couldn't find any. There's no custom EQ available. Another handy feature in here, we've got dual connectivity or multi-point connection. So you can actually connect up to 2 devices simultaneously with here, which is cool. You can customize the touch controls as well within the app. There is an app, I'll throw up maybe a screenshot if I don't forget. That's what the app looks like. So it's pretty basic, but it works. There are a total of 4 microphones on here. 4 microphones for the ANC and for, of course, making calls. Now the call quality for this type of earbud is really quite good. And here is an example. By 6000 BC, Greater Australia is no more. 1/7 of its land, about 2.5 million square kilometres, has been drowned by the sea. Tasmania, once a southern peninsula, is now an island whose Aborigines have lost all contact with those on the mainland. So there you go. Mic quality is pretty good. In terms of the battery life, you're looking at 10 hours on a single charge for the earphones. 50 hours in total with the charging case. 50 hours, so it's a good upgrade from the original there. And in addition, these support quick charge, so just 10 minutes of charge gives you up to 10 hours of playback. So you're never going to run out of battery. Awesome stuff. The fit and comfort. Look, the shells are identical to the original ceramic, so they're very comfortable and they feel nice and stable or secure in my ears, even when I'm moving about. Right, time to talk about that sound. And like I said, 3 EQ modes. I prefer the hi-fi preset, or sometimes a bit of rock preset goes down well, but for the most part I stuck with hi-fi. And in that EQ mode, we've got a nice balanced sound signature. We've got an energetic rhythmic bass. It's nice and punchy. Good low end extension. Can produce nice deep rumbling sub bass notes. It's definitely not a bass head earphone though. The bass, like I said, the sound signature is pretty balanced. So it doesn't have a massive bass, but it does have good bass extension. The lows are tight and controlled. There's only a minimal bleeding into the mids, especially if you're in that hi-fi mode. The mid-range has got nice vocal clarity. It's easy to distinguish individual instruments and vocals, even during fairly complex music. There's fairly good texture and timbre in the mid-range as well. Vocals are nice and forward in the mix. They're not overpowered at all by the bass. They're expressive and engaging. And then in the treble, you get good treble extension, slightly brighter than usual for a, TWS earphone, especially a budget one. They usually lean towards a bass heavy sound signature, but these do not go in that direction. So the treble is energetic and extended, but it's not harsh, although these are not exactly forgiving on poorly recorded tracks, but they handle sibilant sounds quite well. They avoid any excessive harshness. So if you are treble sensitive, they might be a bit bright for you, but I think most people will be fine, because although that treble is slightly forward, it's a pretty good quality treble. Now, detail retrieval is above average for a budget TWS earphone. It's quite good at revealing micro details. And you get a pretty impressive sound stage as well, mostly due to the tonal balance and that treble tuning. So what else is there to say? Just like the original ceramic, which by the way didn't have any ANC and had a shorter battery life. So compared to the original, by the way, this one, the Ceramics X, has an updated driver. It's called the Planck driver, Planck, if I remember correctly. And to my ear, it sounds slightly more resolving and just a bit more controlled than the original ceramic. And the original is still a great earbud, but I think if you want those extra features, you don't have to pay too much more for the Ceramics X. You get your ANC, you get your wind noise reduction, you get a better gaming mode and better battery life, and slightly improved sound quality as well. So guys, that is the Roseselsa Ceramics X. Really, really good value for money. Excellent TWS budget earphone, and I recommend them. So with that said, wrapping it up now. Thanks for watching the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, family audiophile style. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button before you go. And until next time, I'll see you later.